Hi guys, I wanted to do a video response to Everything Baby Names, Amelia's name video she did on baby names throughout the years. I have a lot of notes here, and so if I'm looking down a lot, that's why, and so I apologize if this is a really long video. Also, I have had a sinus infection for like 3 months now. Next time I have to go to the doctor, they said they're going to do a CAT scan if I can't get rid of this. But anyway, on my sinuses. So anyway, here's what I'm going to start. I'm going to start on like how I got into baby names quick. I have 2 sisters, and between the 3 of us, we had tons and tons and tons of dolls, porcelain dolls, Barbie dolls, paper dolls. I mean, it was crazy, and they all had names, and we knew all their names. So we enjoyed naming them. I've also really enjoyed writing, and I've been writing stories since I was a little girl, and I always picked really unique names for my characters and stuff. Also, I really got into Harry Potter probably about 5th grade, and once I realized that J.K. Rowling chose really specific names for characters, a lot of them based off their meanings or their stories behind the names, and I got really into that. Like one time in 7th grade, I started a story. I didn't get very far into it, but like all the characters had Greek names, and I chose the names for their meanings, like it had to do with the person's character or personality or whatever. So my first name list I had was in 4th grade. I had to make a project saying what I wanted to do in the future or whatever, and I put that I wanted to have 3 boys and named them Andrew, Bradley, and Cameron. I don't think that's a bad subset. I think they go well together, and for a 4th grader, I think it's actually pretty good. However, I would not use any of these names today because Andrew and Cameron are crazy popular, and Bradley's kind of dated, even though it's kind of cute. 5th grade, those were my same top boy names, but I made girl combos. And these were what they were: Morgan Courtney, Aaron Robin, Roxy Ruth, and Bonnie Bridget. So Morgan Courtney actually I think sounds really good together, but I would never use this combo because they're both boy names and they're too popular. Aaron Robin obviously does not sound good together. I'm not huge on Robin anymore, but I don't think it's bad. And Aaron I still adore, but I can't use it because Rodney has a cousin named Aaron Ingle already. Roxy Ruth sounds a little stripperish, but I've always loved Ruth, as you can see. I actually loved Ruth even way before 5th grade. Roxy I wouldn't use because it's a nickname. And Bonnie Bridget, I don't really think it works well as a combo, but I still like both of those names. In 6th grade, I got my first baby name book, and it was The Best Baby Name Book by Bruce Lansky. I got it for my birthday, and I can remember writing names in all the time, making notes in there, and I would ask my friends what their favorite names were and write their names down. Most of the names were the same. However, for girls, I only had 3 names: Morgan Courtney, Aaron Robin, and then I had Ruth Judy. Do not know where I came up with Judy. I remember thinking it was really cute for some reason. I would not use that as a name today because it's only a nickname. However, I do think Judith is a really nice name. By the way, if some of my name combos didn't change, I'll just post them up here but not read them because otherwise this video will be crazy long. I do have names for every year. However, because I would write them on stuff all the time, I don't have some of the dates, and so I didn't write down my top names for every single year. I just kind of skipped around some. So I have 8th grade next, and these are my top names in 8th grade: Jason Thomas for boys, Joseph Cameron, Max Brendan, and Simon Brady. Jason Thomas is my dad's full name, his first and middle name, and Thomas is after his dad, so that would be after 2 family members for me if I'd used that. I can't use Jason anymore because Rodney also has a first cousin named Jason Ingle. Joseph Cameron, I don't really like Cameron anymore because it means crooked nose. Joseph would be after my other grandpa. I don't like PH in names. I don't like how it looks, so that's why I always used an F for Joseph. However, Rodney and I both have had cousins that have used the name Joseph in the last couple of years, so I don't want to use it anymore at all. Max Brendan I think is a beautiful combo. However, those names are... Max is way too popular, and I have a nephew now named Brandon, so I can't use Brendan. And Simon Brady. I still love the name Simon. It's my number 2 boy's name. Brady was my maiden name, but I don't want to use it anymore because Brady Ingle doesn't sound good. Okay, my top girls' names in 8th grade were Aaron Robin, Violet Audra, Ruth Judy, Diamond Jade, Hermione Teresa, and Isis Danielle. This is where I first started really liking Violet, but I hadn't really completely fallen in love with it yet. Audra is a family name. It's my sister's middle name, and it's my great-grandma's first name. However, I don't want to use it anymore because my sister wants to use it now, and I think since it's her middle name, she has dibs on it to me. Diamond Jade. Like, legit stripper name there. I do love those names individually, but they don't sound good as a combo, and obviously not very classy as a combo either. Hermione Teresa. I think Hermione's really pretty, but I don't know how usable it is. Teresa is my mom's name, and I wanted to use it as a middle name, but honestly, I just don't like how it sounds, so I don't want to use it anymore. And Isis Danielle. I think Isis is so pretty. I love how it sounds, but it's not usable for me because I don't really find goddess names usable. And Danielle's not a real name. I just liked how it sounded. Okay, in 9th grade, my freshman year, at the end of my freshman year, we had to write a letter that we were to open our senior year. So, like, a letter to my future self, and I opened it at the end of my senior year. And I wrote down my top names in them because I was like, oh, I wonder if these will change. No, they won't. And, of course, they did. Thank goodness. So Violet Otter became number 1. Ruth Eden was my next name for girls. The rest are all the same, just in a different order. Eden, I still think, is a lovely name. I've loved it for a long time. However, I don't want to use it anymore because Eden Ingle sounds really bad. And for boys, yeah, the first 4 are all the same. However, I have 2 new ones. Carson Drew. I have a first cousin who I see all the time named Carson. I don't know why I thought I could use Carson, but I definitely don't think so anymore. And also, I don't know if any of you have read any of the Nancy Drew books, but Carson Drew is her dad's name. Like, it's his first and last name, so I don't really think it's usable as a combo, even though it sounds nice. And then my other one was Rodney Jude. This is when I first had a crush on Rodney, and when I started loving Jude. This is before I even started dating him, though. Okay. My junior year, yes, these were my top names. Violet Aaron. I love that combo, like legit love it, but once again, can't use Aaron. Brenna Ruth, this is when I first put those names together, so this would have been about 6 years ago already. Actually 7. 5. Oh my goodness, math is not my thing. And Fira Bree for girls, and then Jason Thomas, Joseph Cleveland, Simon Brady for boys. Oh, one of those names changed. Okay, Fira Bree. I love the name Bree. I think it's so pretty, but Bree Ingle sounds really bad. Fira, I actually found that name in a kid's book, and I looked it up to see if it was a real name. I didn't see it in any name books, but I did see that there is a Greek island named Fira, and I thought that was really cool. It can be like a really cool place name. I still think it's beautiful, but I don't like how Fira Ingle sounds very much. And then Cleven is new for boys. I just came across that name and thought it was really cool. I still really like it, but once again, Cleven Ingle doesn't sound very good. Okay, my senior year, when I would have graduated, these were my top names. Those are all the same for boys, and then I have 3 new ones for boys. Errol Rohan, Ruben Jude, and Phelan Klaus. I still love the name Errol, but Errol Ingo sounds really bad. I wish more people would use the name Errol. I think it needs to come back. I think it's so cool and handsome. Rohan I would definitely use, but Rodney hates it for some reason. He had like early on like set against it for some reason. I think it is so cute. Ruben Jude, I love the combo Ruben Jude. I would use that if I didn't like Simon Jude better now. And I would still love to use Ruben, but Rodney once again decided that he randomly hates that like a few months ago. Phelan Klaus, once again, I adore both of those names, but Rodney hates them. So you guys use those names because somebody needs to use them. Okay, new Violet combo. Violet Eloise. I have a grandma named Lois, and so that would have been after her. Brenna Ruth Fierbree, and then here are my new girl combos. Keturah Eden. This is when I first fell in love with Keturah. Blodwyn Audra, and Georgie Samara. I love the name Blodwyn. It's a Welsh name that means white flower, and I think it's really beautiful, but Rodney hates it. Samara I still love and would like to use, but once again, he hates that too. Well, he hates all names. Georgie I would not use because it is a nickname, but I would love to use Georgiana. However, I remember when I made that combo, I was like, Georgiana Samara doesn't sound right. Okay, when I first got married, these were my top names. Violet Eloise, Brenna Ruth, Mirabelle, Keturah Eleanor, Alice Rosamond, and Samara Jade. By the way, I don't want to use Eloise anymore just because I think Eloise is wonderful, but I kind of like other names more. Rodney's not really huge on Eloise either. Mirabelle is like one name, and I had it as a combo, so I obviously wouldn't use that. Eleanor I still love, and I thought it could be after Rodney's grandma Nora, but he just didn't find Eleanor very attractive. Alice Rosamond, I think, is so gorgeous, but my sister wants to use Alice, and Rodney thinks Rosamond is ugly, which is crazy because it's like one of the most gorgeous names ever, and I would still love to use it. Yeah, Samara Jade's a nice combo, but I don't think I would use that anymore. Plus, Rodney hates both those names. And my top boys' names were Thomas Joseph, Cleveland J, Simon Jude, Errol Rohan, Phelan Klaus, and Reuben Ezekiel. And I put my two grandpas' names together for Thomas Joseph. J-A-Y would be after my dad, who goes by J, and my middle name is J. And Reuben Ezekiel I thought was really cool. However, shortly after making that combo, I realized Ezekiel Engel sounds really bad. I promise I'm almost done, guys. Okay, my names when I first started on Formspring, my top names. Violet Eloise, Brenna Ruth, Katura Eleanor, Mira J, Alice Rosamond, and then for boys, Thomas Knox, Simon Jude, Brett Justice, Adrian Job, and Reuben Joseph. I still think Mira J is a really cool combo. However, I don't really care for how Mira Engel sounds very much. And I decided against using my middle name, I think. I just like too many names to use, like a not real name. Knox is Rodney's grandpa's middle name. And I think it's cool, but I kind of fell in love with it. Plus, Thomas Knox doesn't even sound good together. I think Brett Justice is an awesome combo, and same for Adrian Job. However, Brett and Adrian were a lot more popular than I realized they were. And I still like Justice and Job. I would consider using those as middle names. And now my top combos are Brenna Ruth, Katura Temperance, Violet Willa, Hope Lenora, and Saoirse Fern for girls. And then for boys, I just have three. Jasper Clint, Simon Jude, and Hugh Logan. Okay, guys, tell me what you think of some of those names, and you can make a video response to this or to Amelia's video. Yeah, I would love to see what your through the years names are. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.